Hi, this is Ronnie with a bit more common sense advice on replacing your windows. The question of the day is about made to fit or made to measure, and what's the difference and what does that mean, and so on. And a lot of people probably aren't aware of the difference. Sorry, Facebook's open. So, every house has holes in it where the windows sit. You can call that a cavity, a masonry opening, a hole in the wall, whatever you want to call it. That opening is where the window sits. Now, that is not standard in houses. It's not a standard size. It's different. Even in the same house, you could have two windows right beside each other, or one on top of the other in two different rooms that you would think are going to be exactly the same size, and they're not the same size. Or they're just a little bit different, or whatever. So, or in the same street, same thing. You might think all the houses are uniform, but it's not always the case. In fact, it's rarely the case. Therefore, every window has to be unique, because every hole's unique. Ideally, like anything in life, like imagine if you're getting clothes, you buy new clothes. The best fitting clothes, the most comfortable clothes, are always going to be tailor-made. So made for your size specifically. Nice and comfortable. Easy to move in, easy to use, longer lasting, feel better about it, and so on. The same goes for anything, but the same goes for windows. You want it to be properly fitting. If it properly fits, it's going to be much more longer lasting and durable and stronger, and on and on and on. It's going to be much, much better for you. So, you really want the window to be made to measure or bespoke made. Other companies that might say they do that and they don't, I don't know if that happens. But generally the middle of the market companies, the big names in the industry within windows, will all have a manufacturer or a manufacturing department, potentially their own factory, that makes their own windows. A lot of the smaller companies will sometimes maybe say they make their own windows or claim to or whatever, but they're often they're getting it manufactured from a partner, potentially somewhere like Rihoh in Germany, another windows coming in from another country, and so on. So that's what you get at that. I'm losing my track here a little bit, but that's potentially what you get for a smaller company, is something that is sort of manufactured, but maybe not by themselves. They maybe bought them in. And then you have the cheaper end. You would get a mass-produced window that's already been made. Now you can go into B&Q or somewhere and you can buy a window, and you could try and install it yourself. But in that sense, you'll never get one that fits perfectly, because they'll just have one or a few standard sizes. So you would look for one that actually fits inside the hole in your wall. You would then have to fill in the gaps. So it's called made to fit. You have to make it fit. So if you can imagine, you've got your hole, you've got a window that fits inside it but doesn't quite fit perfectly. I'm not sure if this is I'm not really sure how to do this. Like that, maybe. The window goes in, but it doesn't quite flush fit. So you have to fill in the gaps here, but it's still not very strong. But you fill in the gaps with wood or insulating material or pieces of paper or PVC or whatever they might use, and then they'll cover over the fact that there was a gap there. So you see that sometimes, you see how it's been filled in at the sides if you look closely at windows. It's not a very long-term way of doing it. There's a good chance that it's going to break down quicker. It's not as secure. It's certainly not as well insulated because it's not fully flush put into the brickwork and so on of the home, so it's not as strong. It's it's more likely to have, you're more likely to develop problems over time between the actual sash and the frame, perhaps misfitting over time and not being able to open it properly, and all these little things. But generally, it is a cheaper way of doing it. But the best scenario for the most long-lasting and the best solution for you, and the most well insulated, keep your home warm and so on and secure, is a bespoke made-to-measure window. It is a little bit more expensive, but the value of it over time more than makes up for that extra expense. So always ask and make sure that it's a made-to-measure, bespoke, tailor-made, whatever the phrase is, window. And that's what you will get definitely in the middle of the market and at the premium end, or that's what you should get. At the bottom end, at the cheaper end of the market, it's hard to say, but generally you'll probably get a mass-produced window, and it'll be made to fit, to cut costs so that they can undercut the middle of the market. Okay, well, thanks for watching today. If you want to get more videos, if you've got any questions or comments, you can comment down below, and you can like this page, send it on to other people, subscribe to the channel, and if you've got any questions, as I say, let me know and I'll address those in future videos. Thanks for watching.